Okay, let's get the stream started by bringing up Fallout 4. There it is. I have a plan. There is a plan. But which plan? I mean, let's face it, the title kind of gives it away. Sharky's going on an adventure means... And the description hints at leaving the Commonwealth behind, so that means there's 3 possible locations to go. Nuka World. Far Harbor. Sorry, that just completely got stuck in my mind for some reason. Or Point Lookout. And, well, that's the question, isn't it? I just... Oh, YouTube, will you load before Fallout 4? Like, I genuinely forgot how fucking huge default YouTube was. Like, it's too... It's... Why is it so fucking huge? So, I've heard the name, but that's about it. I've heard the name Geometry Dash. That's all I know. So, let's say no. Oh, combat armor, you do not provide any sort of protection against anything, because ballistic weave is better in every way. It's lighter, and if you wear like that one bit of ballistic weave armor, which I think is the army uniform, I don't remember what the actual name is, but it's the army. For some reason, that one outfit can be ballistic weaved, and is classed as an Under Armour. So you can get all the benefits of ballistic weave's ridiculous and vanilla protection, which is like better than a full suit of combat armor for like 5 weight. Now, right, what was my one quest? Captain Cosmos, right. Right. We are gonna go to Point Lookout, mainly because it's different and we've never done it before. Right. That and I want to change of pace. You know, like a certain Eggman boss fight says, time for a change of pace. So we're going Point Lookout. That and it probably... does seem a little overkill, but... Since when do we not do overkill with a minigun? Is that not the definition of laser minigun, is it? Here, doggy, 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 doggy. Oh. We'll just kill these super mutants all here. Ooh. Ooh. I don't think they're attacking me. Oh, this just murderizes things. There is something to be said about how ridiculous Gatling laser is. Dude, ooh. Someone threw a perfectly valuable piece of trash in the trash. Yum. Tastes like green. Tastes like green. Why did it have... Ooh. Right. We will head towards the lookout of Point. You say point and look at. You point and then say look out. Ooh, silk beans. Surprisingly, not that common. Oh yeah. First order of business. Turn off that radio. Because I can't remember if there's any turned on radios anywhere. And you're saying, why does that option not revert every time? Are you playing Fallout 4 not for stream? And the answer is no. I am not. Oh, skirt around Jamaica plane. I won't have to worry about meddling with the settlement. But, no, I've got my... Because Fallout 4 had a nasty habit of just turning God Rays back on, which is really quite annoying, I ended up, you know, because it just tanks performance. What I did was I lock my innies so they can't be changed by the game. Well, they can be changed temporarily, but they will always revert. Oh no, I'm out of gas. Donk. Yum. Easier than canned meat. I mean, the hope of Point Lookout is I burn up some of this truly ridiculous amounts of fusion cores I have. That's pretty much the goal. Is checkpoint secure?
Excuse me.
Checkpoint secure, ma'am.
Good little sim. Right, continuing to the Point Lookout, which I think is near University Point. Oh no! And Yao Guai! Or the bear formerly known as Yao Guai. Why is the screen shaking like crazy? Hey. I don't get it. Oh no. There's always this baby little young Yao Guai here. Never actually seen an albino Yao Guai before. Mainly because Yao Guai are pretty rare. The level locking in Fallout 4 is like locks to like 24, which basically means you only ever get stunted Yao Guai. Like, you never get the special ones. Now, anyone is out for a reason. There is another checkpoint that needs a defender. These sims are useless. Children of Adam. Oh no, floaters. Oh no. I mean...
No life signs detected.
Yay. No! My radical scorpion food. It's in the bushes. I can't get it. There we go. No. God, you have got to resist that urge to constantly reload your weapon. That's the one downside of the Gatling laser, is because it has the batteries, you've got to constantly try and resist that urge to reload. Why is there so much rads there? Why is there so much? Why are there so many rads, I think is the correct term. It's like, that's a very strange place to have lots of rads. Boom. Aradarshi Blues, the Duchess Gambit. I'm a child, I know. Raiders! Must clear out raiders. They have seeded me because I have like actual detection radius. You tasty, meanie food. X6 effectively murderized us. Come here, little raider veteran, with your stupid haircut. That's what you get. Boing. Oh, and he's actually dead. These Mirelurks are a bit... I don't know if it's just... These Mirelurks can be just a wee bit buggy. Like, sometimes they don't... For some reason, they don't... Sorry, but the bird flying into nothing really does bug me. Well, that wasn't complete overkill, but alright. Yeah, sometimes for some reason the Mirelurks here don't... I don't know what it is, but sometimes they just don't quite spawn right. Like, they spawn dead but alive, so the corpse doesn't move, but for some reason the bit that hurts you does. Where's Catherine gone? There's supposed to be someone here. Also, I removed the fishing poles from, like, every point lookout container because it drove me mad. Yeah, where's Catherine? She's sort of... Also, nav mesh fail. Oh, there she is. What was she doing over there?
Hey.
You! Are you going to Point Lookout? I need your help. My daughter stowed away on the Duchess Gambit a few weeks ago, and I've been worried sick ever since.
I just stow away on a boat that's not very big.
But if you're going there, could you look for her? Please. I'll do anything to help.
How about I save us both the effort and say she's probably dead?
Oh, please don't say that.
Yeah, the voicing in it on player isn't great, but it is like just
Point Lookout.
auto voice.
Find a girl named Nadine. Please
I
give her
don't
this
think it
note.
likes Shork's slightly higher pitch either.
And I haven't heard from her ever since. I'll do anything if it'll help find her.
Yay. To Point Lookout we go. Ubar.
Hi.
Welcome, my friend. I am.
It was weirder without voices and a slightly robo voice. It was weirder,
We're
trust
just
me.
back from Point Lookout, but it won't be long before we
Mainly
start
because
off
it was
again.
jarring.
Interested?
I might be. What's so special about Point Lookout?
You look like a woman who's been around the waste, so I'll cut right to it.
I believe I saw a newer mod that had like better voice lines. I'll have to check at
and
some point.
treasures as of yet unlooted. But keep your wits about you, because there's more than a few exotic critters and inhospitable locals. So stay here if you're too dainty to rough it.
Tell me more about Point Lookout.
Down south, this side of the bay, there's a soggy stretch of beach called Point Lookout. Oh, it's got it all.
Rather than
Ruins of
up
ancient
north, which I believe it was in
mysterious swamps
Fallout 3.
bristling with treasure, and all practically untouched by
Loads
outsiders.
of towns. There's only one
If
town
you're curious,
there.
I could offer you a ride over to that faraway land for a nominal fee, of course.
Yeah, I'll buy a ticket.
I'd like to buy a ticket.
Looking for fame and fortune? Hoping to cultivate the delicious punga?
No, I just steal the punga you
Or
have on
just
the
looking to
porch
run
and
away from
then
your life
grow
on
that.
these dreary shores?
You are a rip-off, sir. You, sir, are a rip-off. I don't even have anything to trade. Ooh, a power fist. I can say that. Trade that pipe rifle. You know how I hate. If you watched enough of my streams, you know that I hate paying for anything in these. I absolutely despise actually paying for anything. I know it's a major problem, but I do hate doing it, so... Ooh, medics, that's completely useless. Mentats, they're completely useless. Okay, no, Mentats have a point. And the point of Mentats is to farm XP. Psycho's actually useful, Radix is really not. Stealth Boy, they never seem to do anything. Enemies always seem to see straight through them. Oh no. I think I've got heavy deathball bits. But is it junk or mist? No, I think I must have sold those. Ew. Ooh, Mr. Handy models, they are worth surprisingly high money. Why are the models worth so much? Subway tokens, they're worth money. Stinging globes, they are worth money. Altered lunchboxes, they are made into more Brotherhood's holotag said that they is worth money. I didn't sell the brown bottle. I think 404 was lagging a little.
I do not want to know what you pulled out of there.
Do I need anything else?
Once you got a ticket, just head into the cabin.
Oh,
settle in.
hello,
on
Pteryx free.
There in no time.
Yay.
I have to go now.
Whenever you're ready,
I
just
have
take
to
the
go
rest
now.
of the yacht in the cabin. We'll be at Point Lookout in no time.
I say I remember doing this and like I think the sharks because shark is slightly higher pitched than yes, save and then go. I believe I have to when I arrive I have to fast travel just to make companions follow because it's better than not doing companions inexplicably not following you. I mean, they'll follow you to fucking Bar Harbor. They should follow you to Point Lookout. I'm just going to point out that I was one of the beta testers for Point Lookout, so I have played it pretty extensively, but I've only actually ever played it once in Fallout 4, honestly. I've only ever played it once in Fallout 4 just for fun. I mean, you're looking for... I mean, I've just got... It is a little hard to look at it without having to look for floaties. That was what most of what we were pulling was floaties. By floaties, I mean, you know what I mean.
Point Lookout, my friend. The trip was fine. Weather nice and damp, and everything out there looks pleasant as ever.
Pleasant.
Looks like nothing's changed since my last visit, except all the smoke I saw on the way in.
So, it's smoke. Things burn down all the time, especially around me.
Oh, it's smoke, all right.
Yeah.
Where there's smoke, there's fire. And where there's fire, there's profit to be made from selling an extinguisher. That smoke's coming from the old Calvert mansion. I always heard it was haunted. But more importantly, I always heard it was full of pre-war treasure. I know I said Point Lookout was perfect for treasure hunters, but it is a rare day when you get a beacon like that.
Yes. I have to go now.
I have to go now.
Good travels to you.
See, there's always this little Punga by the thing. If you want to cultivate it, you just steal that. But I don't want it because Punga's actually surprisingly heavy. But yeah, this pier is... Oh my god. You think sort of... I mean, there's always going to be a bit of bloatage on this because it is just so lumpy and weird. But there was quite a bit of quite bad floatage going on here. You know, it's one of those things that, like... Obviously, I was looking for it. You know, it is just one of those things where there was some cases where it was really obviously floaty, but you basically got to just teleport, and that should bring a companion to you. Because I've got the optional patch that allows companions into Point Lookout, because it bugged me that they couldn't. It just seemed like a strange design choice to deny them. I feel like it was just artificial difficulty bloat. Because, yeah, Point Lookout was absolutely full of that originally. So, there was also, because of the way Capital Wasteland handles the Pip-Boy, and it's reinstated the god-awful glove. But, there was, I'm going to explain one of the funny bugs that came up, is there was the funny thing is, like, many of the outfits, not all of them, just a select random few, weirdly, some of the ones that had been in the Capital Wasteland outfit pack, weirdly, they were missing hands. For some reason, they were missing hands. No idea why. Well, I know exactly why. They were using the Capital Wasteland version, which has the hands split, so allowing for the god-awful... Why am I picking up the fission batteries? Oh yeah, because I will need it later. Because batteries are for... I don't know. Making moonshine, apparently. I mean, who puts batteries in there? Right. I'm just trying to remember where I start certain quests. Because we're not... You know the first order of business is that do not Well, People's Bank we don't go to. Ah, it's recruiting office. That was it. I want to do that one first. We don't recruit.
I
Oh,
heard something move.
something is moving. What are they though? Are they radical roaches?
Oh no, you don't.
Oh, doggo has spawned in ground. Right. There is something to be said about spamming out the damage. But there was one of the things, like, the outfits just missed hands because they obviously gloves are splitting Capital Wasteland to account for god-awful Pip-Boy glove. Again, it won't be too hard to remove it. But it's there just for reasons, but it spawned into Point Lookout and it was the wrong ones included. Because obviously Point Lookout was made... Actually, no, I just go in here, don't I? Go into the correct room. 1D. I think it was 1D. I think it was 1D. Or was it 1G? I can never remember. No, that's got a suspiciously lit terminal. Free war hat. Lock key. Need that. Take free war money as well, because take some of these. Take that ammo if X6's fat ass isn't blocking it. Hit the safe house terminal. Again, you can read these on your own time. Some of these weren't in either in the beta, these that animated things, and not all of them were in. And they are nice. Oh yeah, and because we're here, we might as well take our glasses out of the toilet. Ugh. Out of the upper wiggle. Oh, wiggle you. When seating yourself in a chair, you gotta wiggle your butt. It just helps get seated. Loading. Also, just for a fun factoid, this is actually one of the transitions I did when testing, like, my setup for Fallout 4 when I got my new PC. It was in Point Lookout, and yeah, I had VSync off, so this load screen was like that little icon was going nuts, and it loaded in a matter of seconds. And I was getting like over 100 frames per second, and yeah, you know what happens when Fallout 4 goes over 60 frames per second? Everything goes nuts. Seriously though. This load screen. There we go. It's still not as bad as in a Boston. Boing. I think I seem to recall there was a time when this sign, I couldn't, it had solid collision underneath it. It was really weird. Like, you could, like, obviously my character's Shork is slightly taller than normal. She's, I think, 1.06, plus her fins, which give her an effective height of, like, 1.1. Yeah, but the fins are irrelevant, because they're not actually solid, but for some reason, this sign initially was, I think, slightly too low, and you couldn't walk under it, even though it visually looked like you could. And it was a bit weird. You know, that's the kind of weird things that, like, the beta test was there to catch. It was just completely weird stuff that, like, you had to play a little weirdly just to figure out what was broken. Oh, and, yeah, at the end of this quest, we're gonna, I won't spoil it. Supplies audio password, right. Go to bank. Obviously, audio password won't play because I think it technically classes as radio, which are muted, but boing. Into bank. Into new more load screen. There was also, like, another one that came up was there was really bad occlusion issues in here. If you don't know what occlusion issues are, basically, no, it wasn't in here, it was in the police station. But there was basically, I'll explain the thing as if we were in the police station. I mean, there was also a time when these radical roaches just, I mean, see how oblivious they are now? They were even more oblivious and wouldn't even attack you at all, but I'll explain the thing. Imagine this is one of those doors over there, but sort of half-built ones that sort of goes like that. The occlusion was set up as if it was a solid door, so when the door was shut, you could see the void behind it. You opened the door, the occlusion popped in as it should, and it was fine. So, I need to play the voice log. holotape, which is not prime virtual slog. I actually can't remember what it was called. I actually cannot remember what it's called, and I've got too much crap. Oh, that's the problem. That's with holotape. Yeah, I can't remember what it was bloody called. There it is. It's box, whatever.
Go to the bank and use password Cynthian one.
Actually, it does work.
The software is configured to recognize only our voices.
Actually, it does work. I'm surprised. I thought it might class as a radio.
Agent Zhang, as you know, an important Chinese surveillance vessel was lost in American waters. Your mission is to destroy derelict submarine SS-9371A before the Americans can recover and analyze it. The recovery location is included in this dossier, and your cover ensures that the Americans will allow you access to their recovery operation. However, you will need an authorization code to trigger the self-destruct sequence. One of our field operatives in your area, Agent Yang, has these codes hidden in a dental capsule, but her current whereabouts are unknown. Locate and rendezvous with Agent Yang, then destroy the
Ich
submarine.
Mary.
Report to your safe house for extraction information when the mission is complete. The will of the people protect you, Agent Jiang.
We must loot. You know, it was like a bit of post-apocalypse bank robbery.
Yes.
Is there anything good? Not really. Yeah, that's it. I renamed the point lookout shotgun to rustic shotgun. There were, how do I put it? Many issues. Many issues with that shotgun. It came with all the thorn-off grips, which are like pistol grips, but didn't have the correct animations for them because, you know, it wouldn't.
Got it.
They were, I believe, were cut from this point, from the quite, you know, cut from the release. But there was a particularly amusing, but it was originally set up as full auto, which caused it to do strange things. And when I say strange things, I mean it would sort of break apart while using it, which in first person and in third person was funny, but for some reason in power armor, and don't know why it was only in power armor, the animations, instead of going for like the assault rifle ones, which I think is what it was using, and the barrel was weirdly like a little bit that jiggles on the assault rifle, it went into the Gatling laser musket animations, which, like, you were cranking the shotgun and the barrel of the shotgun was spinning, like this long ass barrel on the shotgun was spinning round. Why it only did it in power armor, I don't know, but it was absolutely hilarious. I know why it had animation issues in full auto. The way Fallout 4 assigns animations is really fucking weird. It just really, really weird. It's like, and if you don't have the automatic animations, the automatic keyword works really badly. The intent was, it had a fire rate so high that like even the slightest blip on trigger would fire both barrels, because Fallout 4 doesn't have that functionality for some reason. You know, to fire like multiple ammo for one shot. Without, obviously, it's got the crank up mechanic, but that's not, wouldn't work with a double barrel shotgun. But why is it telling me to? I've got to search a poster. Right, next building. I know where she is, but we're going to follow the quest line. But yeah, that was a particularly amusing bug. I mean, it's just, I'll just out the reason pretty quickly. I mean, a couple of us found the bug, but only having meddled with Gauss rifle before trying to make it full auto. Yeah, there we are. This door used to be able to see the void through because it's not quite a full door. So that used to be void as an occlusion issue because it was trying to cull it for, you know, memory purposes, you know, performance reasons. The point lookout, unlike Fallout 3's, which is optimized like ass, this is actually optimized rather well. But ooh, mini nuke. East. But yeah, having meddled with something similar, I immediately knew the problem. So the automatic was cut from it. I know where she is, so toodle done. The thing is, I knew what the problem was pretty much immediately. But you know what, I'm gonna take a rustic shotgun just for reasons. But I knew the issue immediately because I'd already seen it with the Gauss rifle. That it was basically, it does not like putting the automatic keyword on weapons that lack automatic animations. I mean, the Gauss rifle, if I remember correctly, it had like the sheath on it, the reloading sheath sort of wiggled all over the place, and the weirdest, but it would completely lock up in either first or third person. One mode it would work fine, would actually fire. The other one it wouldn't. It would just lock up and wouldn't actually fire. It couldn't fire. It was really weird. It was a bizarre bug. At least the double barrel, the barrel breaking wasn't that noticeable. But if you toggle God mode on and held the trigger down, it would break pretty catastrophically. It was like a subtle barrel break. You know, it's like this sort of jerky animation back. It was that sort of... You'll notice it, but it wasn't too noticeable. But if you fired it for like more than a couple of shots, it became more and more pronounced. Where basically, I had to do that just to get a screenshot of it. Because one of the things with the bugs is you reported a cell, and you reported a screenshot of where it was, and if possible, you highlighted the asset. You know, you tried to make it really obvious. Now, I remember earlier, there's mines in this bridge, but nothing is. There was also a weird bug, and it was just a bug with the beta. It had nothing to do with the actual weapon. There was nothing wrong with it. But for some reason, one of the animations, and it was, I think, only a player. It was a first person, one of the parts of the reload animation, and it was specifically reload. And it was specifically first person with a hunting rifle had got corrupted. And as a result, simply just didn't work. It just crashed the game. It was bizarre, but it was a thing. Also, Froggy. This is a night. It's not gonna let me. Maybe it'll get me XP. I didn't mean to take you, give me an X. I don't want an X. Just wait for the sake of wait. Have it back, boy. But yeah, there was some strange things going on. There was also the balance was just bad. Like, if I remember correctly, just a lot of, like, everything here was, like, what its rank was one above what it should be, so, like, there's one folk, if I remember correctly, were, like, all pulling from, there's six of them, there's, like, 7 levels of gunner, and they were pulling up the gunners for some reason. You know, rather than super mutants, which they share some animations with, if I remember right, but, right, I'm gonna check your very, very illogical still. I mean, that worm is in the air, it just doesn't work. One of these has to be... Like, I'm assuming that's the outtake hole. So, I'm assuming this then, by definition, being the last thing, must be the worm, even though it looks like the bit that has the burner. It's just an illogical still. It doesn't make sense as a still. Of course, I lack the skill to repair it. Because who has the fucking chemist first?
My, look at you.
Hey there.
You ain't have the look of a local young lady. Think you could help a sick woman get on the mend?
Yeah, you sick. Oh, boy.
Oh boy, here we go.
Shouldn't tease somebody come down with the orange fever, sweetie.
Yeah, I've treated enough illness. No such thing as orange
I've
fever.
treated enough illnesses to know there's no such thing as orange fever.
Now that is just an awfully rude thing to say, sweetie.
You're faking. You both know it.
You're faking. We both know it. So let's just cut to the chase.
Well,
I can't believe that speech check worked.
Fine. Maybe you're no hog.
I guess they can work even if you've got the charisma or
Come out
opera
better
brick.
if you could help me cook up some tonic.
Let's talk about this tonic.
Secret family technique. Been so for generations.
Typical moonshine.
Brew some up by gathering ingredients. I'll share the batch to make it worth your while and sweeten the deal with 300
I mean, that chime must be worth a fortune, but yeah.
Okay, I'll bite. What do we need?
this and that. Let
Yeah.
me know when you want to work out the details.
That now. Let's...
I'm ready. Let me know what you need for
Yeah,
you.
why do you need
There
6
are
batteries?
too
I don't
many
know.
Ingredients, but I brew large batches, so we need a good bit of each. We'll need
It's
Punga
Punga liquor.
yeast, and some fission batteries.
It's the
For that
batteries that
extra
are the concerning part. Hey, what yeast?
I've got the yeast with me.
I see. Thank you kindly for these.
Yeah. I have to go now.
I have to go now.
Don't be a stranger now.
Ooh, yes, I could drink toilet water. Would you ever drink toilet water? Maybe from the upper tank you might, but from the bowl? Would you ever do that? Because, yeah, upper tank is probably pretty... It's not the cleanest, but it's relatively clean. You know, I would never drink straight from a toilet bowl, ever. Like, ever. If you're gonna drink from a toilet bowl, you scoop it out, and even if it looks clean, it ain't. So stick it, boil it, do something with it. I forgot it was actually the fuck tons of punga that you needed, not the yeast. Brain fungus. Oh, it does that. Brain fungus. Oh, froggy. And if you plop them down, they stay where they are plopped, so you can plop them in a settlement. When you capture a frog, you can keep it alive. It's one of the fun little ambient creatures added in. Based on, I believe, based on the Fallout 76 frog. You know, it was just a fun thing that they added in. And at night there's fireflies, which again, just a fun thing added in, just gives a little bit of life. I love how there's always like this massive brawl going on between the robots and the ghouls. Like, just absolutely ridiculous, big, massive brawl. Right, I went in with half tech. It's a good job that Google seemed more interested in bonking X's face. I mean, this is like more fusion cores. My goal here was to burn up my fusion cores, not come out with more of the bloody things. Because I believe these are like meant to be protected. It's a randomized collection of protectrons or... Yeah, they actually did put in like the authentic Fallout 3 style turrets. And the feral... these... I can't remember if point lookout ones have it or not, but I know that there is the grab a bit from their chest and throw it at you attack that the ferals had. For some reason, the glowing ones, they don't level scale right. So they're always, like, really, really fragile for some reason. You know you want to give him a good top. Oh, he's so heavy. Ooh, more fusion cores. Because I didn't have enough already. Again, these can be Mr. Guts, these can be Ectrons. And they are the Unlike the sentry bots, because no one ever wanted to do the Fallout 3 sentry bot. But they are the actual Fallout 3 style ones. The Mr. Gutsy and Mr. Handy you'll probably not notice more to, apart from the paint scheme. Although they are actually different, they are subtly different, mostly on the legs. But now the question is, did I put something in here? Barrels, I'm trying to grab a block. Bad barrel, bad barrel. I eat you for that. Oh, what remains of you. Ugh. Laser bisected crap. Yuck. Take the look back, take. Right. Open this tray. How I know she's in there in this one. Now, that tooth is an actual world item, and it is absolutely tiny. And it has something written on it. Right, yes, I did put it in here.
Nice.
Now, as the minigun was included in Point Lookout, all the little special custom ones also exist in the files, but are not integrated anywhere, which, bugs my sense of... it bugs my sense of completion. I knew they were there, so what I did was I plopped them in as a reward for certain quests. I believe it was Zampia that did the miniguns and released them as standalone, but as they're fully included in Point Lookout apart from integration and of the integration of these special ones, they are fully included in Point Lookout. I also removed the backpacks, if I remember correctly, because I've always hated the backpacks. That's a weird comment to make. I've never actually heard her say it before. But this tunnel also had horrific collision problems. It just had... you could go one way in it, but not the other. It was just really dodgy collision. Again, that little tiny gap between up-down makes all the difference. But I've never heard it say that before. And which is weird, because apparently they like Fantasyland snack cakes. No one knows why. And loading again. Again. Thankfully I did most of Point Lookout testing on my old PC, so this wasn't really a problem. Because this is just a vanilla Fallout 4 problem. The more powerful your PC, the more it struggles. Right, wait. Crash pile. Loot blast. I can't hit. Blowflies. Surprisingly different to trash heap. The heavily irradiated trash heap that someone's actually gone through the effort to open the safe. And then presumably died from radiation before they actually got it open. Right, if I remember correctly, I can get the... yes, there it is. Natural gas survey quest, I can get that going. I've done Point Lookout enough to know where a lot of things are. That is actually not a very big world space. It's a nice world space, but it's not a particularly huge one. Barrel. Barrel. You know what? Yes! They explode! Yes, their blast radius is somewhat... For some reason, they threw your audio up for a bit as well. It's... but like most things audio related, you just go... also, we're not going over there. That's the settlement. We don't want that. I have never seen that reaction either. It's funny, I have X6 as my companion like most of the time, and I've never heard her say that either. Like, laughing at me for feeling sick in this place. Like, they can't... I'm wondering if it's a trigger that just doesn't really exist in Fallout 4. Also, I wonder if this is... yes, this is the one that you can fall into and notionally get... yeah, and get stuck in. Yes, but of course you can always just ladder in, ladder out, so it's not really an issue. I've never heard her say that, so I'm wondering if that trigger in Fallout 4 is just really rarely used. You know, it's one of those things that you just play the soil survey.
It was an honor to fight at your
This
side.
is Caroline.
So
Saunders,
say that one about a billion times.
chemist.
Visionberry! I reduced the weight on them because it was ludicrous that they weighed 6.
Sample set 1 shows promising concentration of biogas in mostly limestone substratum.
Like, seriously, there was way
No
too many.
exact levels yet,
weighty.
but this site should exhibit more than enough extraction potential to meet survey goals. I'm going to leave a couple of interns here to handle the minutiae, but it's a formality. I'll move on to the other sites now to make sure that this isn't an aberration. Consider this my authorization signature on sample site 1.
I can't remember if this was a marked quest. Yeah, to. I'll just let me know when I've got them. It's like there's an effort gone to here. Like, I believe these are Fallout 4 rocks, but like retextured. But it went and made like all the weird like pillars that the Fallout 3 caves had, so just that authentic feel. You know, I do really appreciate the effort that went into this, because it is so authentic, it feels just like Fallout 3 did. But just not quite as ugly, green-filtered, or clunky. You know, it's like if Fallout 3 was just cleaned up, modernised, and brought into an engine that didn't run like complete crap. Because God bless Gamebryo and all its shit. I mean, seriously, Gamebryo is fucking awful as an engine. It barely works. Like, you run it for a couple of hours, it's probably gonna crash. Like, even on a Steam, you know, I have an almost completely vanilla Oblivion install on my Steam Deck. It's got a few tweaks just so, I don't know, restoration goes up within a lifetime. But, you know, it's one of those things that's like, even after with a couple of hours, it will just crap out and crash. It's what Gamebryo just can't handle more. There was one downside I did notice in the Point Lookup beta, and it's one I can attest to in the full release as well, is that it is a little empty. Basically, creatures only seem to exist at like dead. There's no like hostile creature spawns out away from like points of interest. Yay! Why can't I loot this? Oh, he must have sunk a little too low. No, I do not want it. No! No, cancel, 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 cancel! No! I've wasted a fusion core. You know, Right, turpentine. Impact, ooh. And note, just like vanilla Fallout 4, I removed a lot of the stimpaks from these. Ooh, I'll take that black box recording and play it. Where is it? There it is.
Aircom, we have multiple flashpoints on horizon. Come back. Air Command USN 350 requesting landing vector. Have zero ceiling visibility and low on state.
A lot of
Somebody
batteries.
give me a landing clearance. State 1+10 to splash. Have zero read on outer marker. This is USN 350. I'm blind out here. Attempting emergency landing over water. INS pinger active on distress band. Flaps up. Descent to 8 cherubs. 3 green over. 5 cherubs. Tree line up. Throttle easy on 4 lights. Prepping to pull the loud handle.
Right, so we also now must loot this crate. But
Nice.
why do I want a million clipboards? But what I did was, I'm just gonna make it clear, is like I have dramatically reduced the number of stim packs. I mean, Point Lookout had the level lists here are very authentic. They are just, you know, they are authentic. So fishing poles are fucking everywhere, and I mean everywhere. And like stim packs come in like grotesque quantities because like Fallout, original point lookout was basically designed to eat like all your supplies, because like you did not want to run into a swamp folk with any enemy equipped with that double barrel shotgun, because it was doing like 35 damage per pellet extra in addition to what it normally does. It was pretty stupid. Why am I taking all this brain fungus? I don't know. Just said fungus is among us.
I'm looking forward to the next mission.
Yes, you just don't want to be in the smell, do you? Down we go. Fungus is definitely among us now. Ooh, glowing fungus. Why am I obsessively picking the fungus? I don't know. I can't explain it to myself either. You know. Going.
What in the world have we tapped into? Sample site 3 is showing biogas concentration off the charts. Wetland substratum is surprisingly dense limestone at all excavation sites, and we've had no trouble locating naturally formed chambers. This and the dense calcite formation suggest that subterranean water flow has eroded a vast network of caves and grottos throughout the region. Mapping these will be a monumental effort, but necessary to uncover the bounty of natural gas resources captured down here. What I don't understand is the amount of lye residue we're encountering. I'm going to try and touch base with some of my academic contacts and see if we can find any precedent for it. We'll have plenty of time to work that out, though. I've no doubt Fish will want to set up shop here and drill their little hearts out. This is Principal Geological Chemist Caroline Saunders for Fish Natural Gas Survey MD 16001. Consider this my authorization signature on sample site 3. As far as I'm concerned, this is a prime location for
brain fungus. It's everywhere.
For some field research.
Why am I obsessively farming brain fungus? Seriously, if anyone can answer that question, you deserve a medal, because I can't answer it myself. I can't even... Is it used for, like, making radaway or something? Or is that, like, glowing... No, I thought that was glowing fungus. Regardless, I'm collecting the fungus so it can be among us. Just because, you know, rhyme. I like rhyming. Rhyming is fun. I mean, rhyme is fun. That's the reason I do it, it's because it's fun. Load screen nonsense. No, Point Lookout is very, very authentic. There's a few things that will cut. You know, for example... sorry, hair-related issues. Okay, hair got stuck in chair. Then goes down a leg. And if it goes the other side of the leg, it gets stuck in a mullion, which is not a fun experience. You know, hair is... I molt. Like... Yeah. You'd think, oh, long hair. Hair, you know. It's like I've got good, probably about 2 foot worth, at least 2 foot, I think, possibly 3 foot now, worth of hair. Between 2 and 3 foot, I'd say, worth of hair. You know, ponytail. My hair is decently long. Yeah, I'd probably say close to 2 to 3 foot. You know, somewhere in that range. But... it also molts. A lot. Like, I get coated in the bloody stuff sometimes. Oh no, swamp folk! Let's say, I, like, rebalanced, like, the enemies here because the enemy balance was just all over the place. Human flesh! Like, the enemy... It still had the authentic Fallout 3, like, massive damage buff on every enemy attack, which was pretty ridiculous. Also, the scav rifle name, it is just known as hunting rifle vanilla, which got really confusing. So what I did was renamed it what its name was in early Capital Wasteland builds that you could see in like old streams that someone had ever did it is like you could see that the old streams hadn't named Scav Rifle to distinguish it. And it's like it makes sense. You know, it's more of a a scavenger's rifle. Also, see what I mean about the torch bugs, fireflies, whatever you want to call them. The torch bugs in Skyrim, that's it. Bunga! Bunga! Ooh, fair play. Torch bug. I kind of like torch bug. Little tight playhouse. Ooh, legendary one.
Bingo.
Impact boot back. Damn there boot hat. Right. Fishing battery. Seriously, the fishing batteries are kind of omnipresent. They are one of those things that is a little too omnipresent in Point Look. But they were. That's how they were in Fallout 3, is like they were just omnipresent. But in fungus. Yum. The cars also had, what's the word? Issues. Like, because some of them slightly sank into the ground, so they had physics at one point and they sort of went flying. There were a few issues regarding the cars, so they were made static because they were a bit, well, the right word is, the pinging of cars is not a good thing.
We need this. Feeling crazy?
I wonder, it must just be a trigger that just doesn't exist in Fallout 4. You know, very often. It must exist somewhere, but it probably doesn't exist in many places. Again, obsessive harvesting of brain fungus. Why? I don't think I'll ever know. Oh, wait. You idolize me for picking all that brain fungus? You are weird.
There's something I'd like to say.
You are weird.
What's on your mind, XX?
Look, I'm not great with words. I'm not comfortable shooting people.
Apparently you like me randomly picking brain fungus, but...
But sometimes you have to say what's on your mind, because people need to hear it.
It's all right, XX. Whatever's on your mind, you can tell me.
Yeah, I'm getting to it. I'll just lay it out there. I look up to you. Now, before you give me shit about going soft, getting all emotional, just let me finish. All my life, I've always looked up to Father. You already know. What you didn't know is, I was a lot less sure about you. I followed your orders because I had to, but you said.
I'm prepared. I don't know what you mean.
You look lost and confused. Maybe even scared. I didn't think you could handle this life and the work I do. I figured you just
Oh,
slow
go
down
kill her.
or
I had to kill shit to get into the institution.
Seems like everywhere I go, people doubt me. Now I just expect it.
Well, I shouldn't have, and neither should anyone else. If I've learned anything from me and running together, it's this. Holy shit, was I wrong about you. You're as tough and determined as anyone I've met.
How many have you met?
Maybe more.
I mean,
Given all the
I don't
things
count
that happened,
turning a synth off and bringing it home
lost.
as meeting.
What I mean is,
And I don't think anyone in the institute is anything like that either.
I think you could accomplish anything that you set your mind to. I'm not only sure that you can handle the task of running the institute, I think you'll be the best leader you've ever had.
Okay.
Well, thanks, XX. I'm deeply honored at the compliment.
You know me well enough by now to know that I mean what I say. Anyway, that's all. Thanks for hearing me. Now let's get back to work.
You interrupt my brain fungus picking for that? Seriously, what? Why while doing the brain fungus picking? It's like, I know companions passively like it when you fight with them, but I didn't know they did it well. Randomly go around picking the fungus.
This is Caroline Saunders, Principal Geological Chemist for Fish Natural Gas Survey MD 16001. Preliminary results from sample site 2 are promising. We're posting similar concentrations as in the first site. Similar biogas makeup here as well, including a few organic compounds that I'm not familiar with. We've also discovered heavy lye residue in a naturally formed chamber at this excavation site. Lucky we were wearing caustics gear to begin with, or somebody might have suffered some serious chemical burns. I'd like to analyze this site
What
further,
do I do?
see if there's any
Oh,
connection
have I
between
already
those
looted them?
compounds and the lye deposits. My tech is telling me he needs a couple of hours to work on our ventilator unit. I suppose I'll move on to Site 3 in the meantime. Further analysis is for my own curiosity anyway. This is my authorization signature on sample Site 2.
Yay. Ooh, level up. I pay you can tell I pay attention to this. Right, what drug do I get? I mean, chemist is just so kind of pointless. It is kind of a pointless perk. Especially since, like, some of the chems don't quite work right yet. Like, one of the few useful chems does seem to bulk out a bit. It doesn't quite work. With chemist, it's weird. Ugh. Reshuffle. Oh. Right. Marguerite Shack. Oh, I can deliver some more delicious batteries. Let's deliver some delicious batteries. Oh, I mean, we're going past the place anyway. I say Point Lookout is not big by any definition. The map makes it look quite big, but the grid squares on it are tiny. I'm not even convinced. I'm not even sure if they're actually even a cell. They might be actual. Like Fallout 4, each grid square I believe is 4 cells, a 2x2 grid. New Vegas I think was a 4. It was either it was like either 9 or 12. You know, it's a weird. New Vegas is weird in that it sails off on the map.
Well, if it ain't my favorite out-of-towner.
Yeah, let's talk about your tonic.
Let's talk about the tonic.
We need to gather up the ingredients.
I got batteries.
I've got batteries.
I thought so. Those things do carry a smell, don't they? Let me take them off your hands then.
I have to go now.
Don't be a stranger now.
I mean, given, like, do I not have that Punga? I don't have 10 refined Punga. I don't think I even have normal Punga. Do I have Punga? Do I have Punga? Punga. I don't have any Punga. Oh no, it's wild Punga. Well, it's right about. Yeah, I got 6. Yeah, that's not enough Punga. I need more Punga. Don't worry, once you get into the Arkandov Cathedral, you can just loot all the refined Punga you will ever need. Like, seriously, there's loads of it there. And they're happy to let you take it! And that's all they do! It's grow Punga! And yet they're happy to let you take it. Ooh, touch bug. Oh, bug maker, make me a bug. I mean, there is that case with a Bethesda game where it is just bug maker, make me a bug. It's like... The funny thing is, I find the bugs charming. I know it sounds strange to admit it, but... You know, in a Bethesda RPG, the bugs are charming. They're not game-breaking. Most of the time they're not game-breaking. Wow, he went up like a firework. I'm having to rewatch that on the stream chat, because that's impressive. Yeah, he went up like a firework. That's... I love when random shit... See, that's the kind of physics That's more just Havoc physics in a nutshell, more than... That's not a bug, that's just Havoc physics. That's just how it is. You know, Havoc physics in a nutshell. Eat those rats. I am going to wait for my AP to go before trying to swim across there. Oh no! Swampler! They're just retextures of Fallout 4, so nothing that special. Mainly because, like, there's a bit of an agreement. The Fallout 3, like, Swamp Lurks and Mirelurks were really bad. Like, Man in a Suit bad. Like, even the original artist who did them dislikes them. You know, the same artist, weirdly enough, did the Fallout 4 Mirelurks. Kind of justifying the mistakes of the past. Also, I feel like the Ozymandias needs a little tour. Because it used, you know... In Fallout 3, it was just like the big tub, if I remember correctly. The big tugboats that... And I'm saying tub, not tug. In Fallout 4, it's tugboats, but in Fallout 3, it was tubs. They were just sea tubs. But... Whoever did this, I don't know which of the level designs it was, but... They deserve a lot of credit, because it's... This little cabin just makes it feel so alive. And yes, it's a tugboat, but it's not the bloody Fallout 4 green. It's not... You know, it's not got that awful Fallout 4 green effect to it. And it's... Like, they've repurposed it. It's an old tugboat that they bought. And it's... I do really like the way it's been done. Because it... Like, this is obviously the captain's cabin, which is the nicest cabin in the lot. There's an actual fucking bridge on it, which is refreshing, because most of the Fallout 4 ones don't have a bridge on them, because, like, they're stripped to the boat. You know, it's just... It is just a nice... thing. I really like how it's done. And normally I absolutely loathe the tugboats, but this is like the one tugboat I don't mind existing because, well, it feels like it's not just a tugboat. No, I can't remember this radical... No, there's a few Mirelurks in here. I think just the little spawns. Again, give it that little bit of Fallout 4 feel without... Again, I also stuck the Avenger in here because...
Hell yeah.
Well, it needed somewhere to go. And I thought, like, because the reward for this quest is really, really crap, I thought, I'm gonna just... You know, because the rewards are just really, really bad. Oh no! Tapping the boathouse is under attack. Okay, spray the area. Where is it going? My... How did no one hit this bloody thing? There we go. That was a disaster. But it burned up some of the fusion core. But again. So, oh yeah, there is a bit of a... There was also an occlusion issue here because you could see through it. Again, this sort of gives the impression that there's this, like... The engine room sort of back there. The cargo hold's just there, and there's like the main lab area. You know, it's where the crew works in the day. You know, it's got nice. I like the feel of this thing. It's completely different than Fallout 3, but it's also a much needed upgrade. Because oh god, speaking of much needed upgrades, we'll see it when we get to the submarine. Because oh my goddess, that was bad. Like seriously, the old submarine. It was like someone just put a silo in the water. It was god awful. It was one of the worst things in Fallout 3. It was fucking awful. It was genuinely terrible. Oh. Again, I feel like these were slightly up with having like little jets on to make them like little jet boats. And the stairs and actually having like the detail in them. Like they've got a little steering. Yes, they're very basic, very bare bones, but there's little bits of detail in these that make them a little more than just a bit of crap. You knew it, Cappy. Take his harmonica. Playing if Nick shoot. Fresh fusion core, yay! Apart from the fact that I'm going for a submarine dive, I don't see the point in... You know, I don't see the point in cleansing them rads. You know, it's weird. Fallout 4 hasn't got a lighthouse map marker, and yet... I can see it clearly in my mind. That's the thing, is I can see it both in its undiscovered and discovered state clearly in my mind. It's really weird. You know, I keep thinking like things have it, but they don't. I knew it! He was super mutant to eat boson! You know, that's the funny thing, is I can see it clearly in my mind, but I can't... It doesn't exist. I'm getting out of here. You sure are at light speed. He dead now. He really dead now. Right. We've got a submarine to swim to and get irradiated doing. But, again, talked about much needed improvements. This submarine was god awful. It was it was truly awful. And, you know, I was expecting, oh, they're just going to reuse the Yank and just scale it down. No. It's actually a proper little sub. It's a proper unique model. It's a proper little sub. It has fins, it has a little propeller. It's got communication wire. It's got a little conning tower. It's got a little fin. You know, it's got something that helps it push through the water. It's not just a silo like it was in Fallout 3. In Fallout 3, it really was just like a silo. It was with a conning tower. It was god awful. It was one of the worst things. How is the lightning going to pay for that? So this, and it's like actually got an interior. It's got like, it's a tiny little tiny ass sub. You know, it's got a control panel. It's got an engine. It's got beds. And it presumably lockers contain the food. It's got bits in it. You know, it's got things in it that make it just believable as a sub. I mean, it doesn't have a toilet, but... Ding, 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 ding. We need to get clear of the submarine, yo. Not that you don't have time. And you gotta go like the wind. Ugh. One radiation back later. return to the terminals. I said, I like to do this one first before doing the main quest. Don't ask why. And is it because I'm trying to stop? I'll explain another bug I came across, and it was a weird one. I've never seen anything quite like it before. I'll explain it when we get there. Oh, there shouldn't be anything around here. Already been through here today. Although I am tempted to just blow this truck up. Because when you've half blown it... Oh yeah, there was another weird bug with these cars. For some reason, just the odd one. It was only the odd one, it wasn't all of them. Ugh, I got a horrible I just had a horrible feeling looking at that car. I've had bad experience with those cars. But turns out it was a completely vanilla bug about hitting metal with... like, metal objects tagged as metal with melee weapons. But... you know, the funny thing is I could only make it happen like point lookout cars and certain signposts. But it's a completely vanilla problem, and I've fixed that in Unis, but... for some reason, one of those cars, and it was only one of them, had, like, missing texture windows. And again, only the one. It was really fucking bizarre. And sequence note, so one... I am gonna cheat like a bitch, because otherwise I'm gonna have to say it to myself like a million times. 3, 2, 3, 4, 4, 2. Cheating like a bitch. Sorry, but I am absolutely awful at remembering things short-term memory. Like, I think I actually wrote it down several times. Ew, so handy clean because my hands are really dry for some strange reason. Not quite sure why, but they've been really dry today. Shuffle because I really need to, because my arse does not like settling for very long because I'm fidgety. Ugh. I don't know if it's because I'm fidgety or just because I'm just uncomfortable. Seriously, these load screens. To Calvert Manor, or Calvert Manure, or whatever I want to call it. Boing. And there's not much in Point Lookout, but the thing with Point Lookout is it's always that it's the Fallout. Weird. The thing with Point Lookout is it's always the Fallout 4 free, Fallout 3 DLC, sorry, not Fallout 4. It's the Fallout 3 DLC that's stuck with me for some reason. Well, Broken Steel. Mothership Zeta is just... yeah. Just... it's interesting, but because it locks you into doing all of it all at once, it's just not that fun. It wears out its welcome. And you can't, and it won't let you take a break from it, which is the real problem. It becomes very samey. It's interesting. I genuinely think it's one of Fallout 3's more interesting DLCs. But Point Lookout has always sort of stuck with me. Even though it's very small, it is a New Lands DLC, which always do well for me. But it's also, it is weird in that I do really care for Point Lookout. Very boo. Seriously, this place is like Beer Central. Right, put the goggles on. Cryptochromatic spectacles. Thankfully, we can't see how dumb Shark looks in them. Well, I can't actually see them because it's too bloody dark. So, it is 1, 3, 2, 3, 4, 4, ooh. Actually, we'll keep them on going to the bunker with them. We'll see how they look in the bunker. Oh, that's interesting. They're so far in Shark's head that it basically just looks like a bit of makeup around her eyes. Right. Right, that's why they got custom models, because they sit in a really strange place. Oh no, a meat hook! Gonna be a massacre! Oh dear. Ooh, sentinel module. Ooh, yeast. Yeast. Again, the handmaids are kind of... They're substituting for both the assault rifle and the Chinese assault rifle. It's not ideal, but it's... Ooh, nuka content. Proper nuka cooler. Again, everything is authentic except these and 10mm pistols, and the reason is for space reasons. Simply put, you know what? Ooh, Wasteland Settler outfit. Let's take that. Yeah, you just... Yeah, I'm gonna play... Well, it's got nice light. I'm going to not... There is no nice light in here. So...
This is a hazardous area. For your own safety, please vacate the premises.
Your subtitles are delayed. Why are your subtitles delayed? Seraphim descending.
The passphrase is Seraphim descending.
Clearance acknowledged. Follow me for your extraction debriefing, comrade.
Tectron is slightly broken. Then again, it wouldn't be the first time. You are not moving. There it is.
Yes.
Backwater rifle. Sure, it doesn't have a unique appearance, but eh. Because as it stands, it's just and sword.
There.
This now. There is an interesting thing to note with this: is for some reason in the original version of Point Lookout, this doesn't obviously exist, but in the beta, for some reason, you could equip this. It made your Pip-Boy go invisible, and you couldn't unequip it. Yeah, it was weird. It was a really bizarre little bugler. Oh, and the combat music never ended here. Again, I think this is like a really fun little thing with Point Lookout, is that there is this little platforming section to escape. It's strange, but it's fun. You know, you have to figure out, oh shit, we have to actually platform it. It's a really unusual feature. And there's very irradiated water. But it's one of those strange little things that it's a really nice little idea. I mean, it's too many cells, but yeah, Fallout 3 was like that. It didn't. It's like Oblivion. It's got like loads of little cells. Like it's Gamebryo. It's just how it was. And for some reason, because you avoid the water trigger. What rock or a mile up? Right, now we can start the main quest. But, yeah. Time to prepare for Desmond Borkage. Again, Desmond is very authentic. He just doesn't work half the time. It's like he has to be in the right spot, so you have to sort of wait for him to move. And sometimes he doesn't move. You know, typical Desmond. No one going.
You're no tribal. Get in here and help me fight these bastards off, goddammit.
Yes, we'll help you, Desmond. We'll help fellow Brit out. Again, he's one of the few non-Americans in the Fallout series. It's really strange because there's so few, but Desmond is one of them. It's one of those strange little things. He's one of the few non-American characters. Also, I restored the normal underwear to this tribal because the authentic Fallout 3 underwear, especially on the tribals, was particularly questionable. Because it's one of those, I put on more... You remove my clothes and I put on more clothes. I always hated the Fallout 3 underwear. It's like the ridiculously modest underwear. It's one of the things that always bugged me with Fallout 3's underwear. Hello, Desmond.
Hi.
You're a bag of laps, aren't you?
Been at it all night. I think they're just about to breach the inner wall. Follow me. Gotta go check it out.
So you can get your first flamer here. And a lot of ammo. His punga lamp.
Hey, over here. Check it out. It looks like they're coming in from somewhere upstairs. Hurry, follow me.
Come on, Dizzles. Exit, get your fat ass out of the way, thank you. Yeah. This is where Desmond can have issues, because the tribal doesn't fall into the room until Desmond returns to his hole.
Find where they go through these doors and up the stairs. Find where they're coming in and stop them. I'll be keeping an eye on the cameras down here. Hurry. Move your ass.
I love how the subtitles are in American, but... Desmond, do you wanna... I've moved my arse. Can you move yours? Do I have to give you a little shunt? Because the way this is triggered, in authentic Fallout 3 terms, is Desmond has to be back in his little hole for the tribal to fall through the ceiling. I sort of get the intention is to make it random, but the problem is, Desmond just gets stuck there. So you have to give him a good...
Move your ass.
You have to sort of give him a shunt to get him going back to his room. You have to sort of shunt him back, or you can console command him. But he has to be in his room for this to trigger.
Move your ass.
Go back to your bloody room. Right. And he's notorious. This is a completely vanilla Fallout 3 bug as well. It's just how the sequence is rigged. Now he's got to waddle back into position, and the driver shall come through the floor. Or see. This sequence is... He sort of has to be here. It's really stupid where he has to be. It is stupidly precise.
Would need the key.
Right. This happens more often. So this is just pain. Is he still sitting on the floor, or has he not moved?
Come on, hurry up.
Now will it work? He has to be in a specific spot. Ugh, this is just annoying making Desmond work. Oh no, he has to go up here, doesn't it? It's not where he... I know he has to be in a specific spot, I just can't quite remember where that specific spot is. Ugh. If in doubt, check the wiki. Give me a sec. It's a completely vanilla bug, it's unfortunately out. Yeah. Cool. So just Desmond is a pain in the ass. It's like, it's a known book. Finding a specific one. Just a pain. It does this all the bloody time. Ugh. It just does this all the time and it drives me mad. Sometimes Desmond just doesn't work. You know, Desmond, you're gonna... Yeah, because his sequence is broke. You just won't do anything.
Hello.
So he just sort of gets locked, and he's got too many. I think the problem is he's got too many AI packages. So he just gets
I don't
stuck.
know who you are, but you need to help me if you want to stay alive.
Like, he just has too many AI packages and just sort of breaks.
Hi.
Do you mind? There's a tiny matter of a home invasion that I'm trying to repel. Do you mind? There's a tiny matter of a home invasion that I'm trying to repel. They've been at it all night. I think they're just about
He's
to
just
breach
too
there.
heavily scripted to work
Follow me.
properly.
Gotta go check it out.
Simply. Basically, he has to come back here to update his quest, but if he doesn't move, he doesn't work.
Hey, over here. It looks like they're coming in from somewhere upstairs. Hurry, follow me. Go through these doors and up the stairs. Find where they're coming in and stop them. I'll be keeping an eye on the...
Yeah, I think because it skipped this.
Hurry.
Yeah, and now he's ran off, which he's supposed to do. Because he's now triggered his correct AI package, so now he's ran off back to the little room. So there it goes. It's just that bit has always been hideously buggy. And it's because it's basically anything that requires NPC to be in a specific spot is always going to go badly. It's just how it is. It was like that in Fallout 3. Ian has
something. I'm gonna go.
It's also worth noting that the female tribals lack a voice. It's one of the few problems with the release point Lookout is they simply didn't have the voice acting. It was, and they released it really before it was fully finished because Turkey and Grill had got hired by 11, which were working on said it could work on Fallout 76, and they wanted it out before. As those two, Grill and Turkey, had done an awful lot of the work, they kind of wanted, a lot of. They were like good and main people behind this. It was, like pretty much every asset McNeil, barring the ones that the Zamfir made. Like I'd say, like 90% of the assets that are new for Point Lookout were made by Grill, Fried Turkey. He did a hell of a lot. It's one of those things. Is like, and they wanted it out before, which is why it's out without the full voice acting. Because voice acting has been a constant pain in the arse for this project.
Help me out.
Okay, now hurry up and seal that hole. It looks like an explosion should do the trick. Maybe there's something explosive near the hole you can shoot.
Only opens with a key. No way to pick this.
Oh no. Where are they coming from? There we go. Fall through the wall. The AI had some very questionable issues with this whole originally, but they just kept falling through it. Like... Not very alert, are they? Also, I'm pretty sure that's a bust of Todd Howard. I'm pretty sure that's Todd Howard. Yeah, and gotta give credit for using like a Fallout 4 model for the paintings. Like, so it looks, instead of looking like a real human, it looks like a Fallout 4 human, so it doesn't look out of place. Oh shit. Fucking seized up. Great. Can't believe it's taking a bit of dog meat. Again, heavy ass scripting. Oh, it's fun, wasn't it? Right. This is just a nuisance. Ugh. Right, get rid of... This is just one of the big nuisances in Fallout 4, is it just does this, and it's just... There is far too many fucking scripts going on during that one little sequence. Like, far too fucking many. So, like, it's so scripted, that section, and scripting is the one thing Fallout 4 does not like. It hates heavy scripting. It causes... It just causes the game to seize up like there's no tomorrow. And it's just a menace. Again, I've never had it... like, anywhere else, really. It's always only in places where scripts are running heavy. It looks more evil in colourless bats mode. And it's such a beefy pin, it needs 2 pinholes. And I fell back down the hole. I do that a lot.
Over there. Get him.
This time I am not going to touch the dog meat.
Nice try.
I mean, simply put, there's too much shit going on in this mission. Alright, I think this is the case where I've got to shoot that through the wall, which means I basically got to stand really far back because that door's in the... Right, is this the one where I try and lob a Molotov through the hole? Yeah.
one less way for them to get in. Follow me. I think we're about to get hit hard.
Well, I have a minigun. It's fine. Why do you have so much yeast?
Yeah, here they come.
They just...
Grab all the ammo and stay
Just mansion assault. It's flashy, but it just breaks so often because it's just not what the engine's really good at.
They could come in through any of the boarded up doors at any second.
This is the point where you get your bottle cap mines out. And you just block one by every door.
Okay, any second now. Get ready. Here they come. Second floor on the right.
Hey, over here! You missed it. There it is. Don't forget to check your ammo.
More of them on the right, first floor.
I was using the bloody American system for floors, like, because that's ground floor floors. It's only first floor, and the Americans' first floor would be that floor. Oh dear, oh dear, the rifle's stuck in the door. Let's just knock that out. Bills. No. No.
Hey there.
Do you mind? There's a tiny matter of a home invasion that I'm trying to repel.
Oh, I think the mine was too effective. Right. Oh well, we'll resurrect you.
Over there.
They'll come back with no head, but...
The door on the left, first floor.
Come on. How did that 6 get hit by that?
They're at the front door. Get ready.
Hey,
Oh no.
The mine went... Hello, Dexify. Just have to deal with the Fallout 4 nonsense. There we go. Now I'm just going to re-equip my Molotovs before I accidentally throw out a bottle cap mine.
Hey.
So, my hero, huh? Think you came in and rescued me right in the nick of time?
Nah, you're dripping in sarcasm.
Got it all well in hand, and I didn't even need to use the fail-safe. But that would have done a real number in some of the paintings, so just as well you were here. Anyway, name's Desmond.
What kind of failsafe are you talking about?
The type that kills everyone outside of
Basically, you've laced the whole place with
a
boom.
hell of a mess to clean up. Standard type. Not worth wasting on ignorant savages like them, honestly. Just as well you came along when you did. So, tell you what I'll do. I'll share a few tips for the next time you're making a dramatic final stand.
Do you know why the Troubles were attacking?
Tribbles.
It'd be easy to chalk it up to their crazy religion. But if I'm right, and I always am. There's something else going on. That's the third attack in a month. Somebody's got a grudge with me. Whether it's a man or a god, I intend to set them straight.
Desmond, aren't you classy?
Why would they want to attack the mansion?
Damned if I know. It was abandoned when I got here. There's plenty hidden away here. None of it would be useful to a bunch of crazed inbreds.
Have you seen a woman named Nadine?
I've been around for a long goddamn time. The last time I knew a bird named Nadine, I still had skin.
You still have some skin. I mean, there's clearly bits of skin left on there. It's a bit of muscle. But you know, he still has some skin.
Tell me more about Point Lookout.
I'm here on my own business. You wouldn't understand it if
Petty pre-war stuff, right, got it.
I don't know why anyone would bother with this shithole. It's filled with a bunch of disgusting inbreds and half-crazed loons. I'm gonna do what I came to do and then get the fuck out of here.
I have to go now.
Now hold on there. Not so fucking fast. You can be useful to me. I need someone willing to get there.
I just have to imagine in his voice is just agony on larynx.
I help you get in with those
Or you were a chain smoker. That's the only. I can imagine having like a voice like this all.
Just try not to sprain a lobe while you're thinking about it. My time is short.
What do you want me to do about the troubles?
You need to learn to pay attention when I
Troubles.
speak. Those mudlovers want me dead and haven't extended the common fucking courtesy of telling me why. So I need you to find a way into the commune and figure out what's going through their adult little heads. Be a good pup, and old Desmond will give you a treat. And of course, who knows what riches they have for you to steal.
What sort of reward are you offering?
The only reliable currency in the world, information. You'll provide me with valuable info about the tribals. I pay in kind.
I like experience. Experience good. Experience is why Shark does things.
That's not enough to get you barking.
Okay, but how can I infiltrate them?
Easy peasy. Right about now, they'll be wondering what happened to their hunting party.
Okay.
You really think they'll just let me in like that?
There's our people who think cutting a hole in their skull can expand their mind. They're not exactly scholars over there. Just head up to the cathedral and ask real nice.
I mean,
when you're in, you'll find the boss.
He's dripping with venom, but he does tell the truth.
I just need information. No need for violence. Yet.
I have to go now.
Back to business.
I have to go now. Also, I'm pretty sure that's the same model dog meat users, complete with a different coloured eyes. And I believe that's just a standard Fallout 4 mod. But that's a special dog meat Fallout 3 model with Doggo. You know, because you gotta love Doggo. Right. Question is it daylight outside? So I want to show off the outfits before end off stream. I love how the minigun's just left propped against the door. Sketchy. Ooh, swamp gas. What? The bubbles disappear because the bubble effect is clearly not part of what Fats looks like. Oh, good daylight. I like daylight. Daylight, good. Right, shore call point into the sun. Saving purposes. But it's not quite the end of the stream yet, so I want to show the collection of point lookout outfits I picked up. Because it's a good place to stop the stream as well, but... So, first order of business. Strip off all armor. So, the advanced grad suit. Yeah, it does not look good on shore. I mean, my fins clip through, my snoot clips through, my fin clips through, ooh, the pipe, my tail through. Actually, the tail doesn't look like it's clipping too badly, but yeah, everything else. And obviously, it's got the underhair because, yeah, At least it's got the under helmet. So Chinese stealth armor, this will have a silly helmet. Again, I put a no helmet version in. You just got crafted to the bench. Again, it doesn't seem to clip too badly given like Shark's normal features. At least my snoot doesn't disappear, but obviously it crushes my snoot, which is not a good sign. The pre-war business bear, the Desmond suit in full Fallout 3 style. Casual wear, I can't remember which one. Oh yeah, that's the one that's like actually just the Fallout 4 one. Park stroller. That has... Yeah, it's not too bad. I'm short because she's skinny, but that gets really, really bad if you're a chunky character, because it's just like full-on corset. Oh, hello gaming lore. Yeah, that's kind of a weird time. It's just when I have time, so it's kind of like... See, that's a retextured vanilla item. Let's see, there's the laundered cream dress, grimy cream or business wear, which, again, that's the other Desmond outfit. Laundered cream dress, that's a vanilla one, I'm pretty sure, but it's got that level of tastelessness that you expect. I've never actually seen what that looks like. Yeah, not very flattering. It's like, but big on. Like, seriously. In fact, yeah, that is. I'm pretty sure that's one that the female body mech just doesn't quite fit the supposedly sexy sleepwear. Yeah, it not that great, is it? the tribal garb. And that actually works quite well until you then you strip it and you're suddenly more dressed. Got awful Vault jumpsuits. Creation Club utility jumpsuit, which again, the colour's just a little bit off on them. They're just a little bit too... If you note, just note the difference. They're a little bit too light. What's the Vault jumpsuit? Oh, just completely unbranded Vault jumpsuit. It really is exactly what it says. Wasteland Settler, which is... the Catherine outfit. Yeah, one of Fallout 3's unique little items. Wasteland Wanderer, which is, yeah, the hoodie. The Wasteland hoodie, which clips horribly with a ponytail. And has the gloves. Like, weird things. Look so much nicer than that awful Pip-Boy gloves. And then Workman's coveralls. That don't... They're not even really dungarees. It's kind of not quite... They're just trousers with suspenders. They're not dungarees. They're just trousers with inbuilt suspenders. They're not even like proper dungarees. Because for some reason Americans call dungarees coveralls. I don't quite know why, because they don't quite cover all. Although, no, I thought they call... They don't quite cover all. But again, they're nice little outfits. They're just not... And then a sharkling in the suit, because... Put that back on. Obviously, exit save don't actually load them, but... And, oh yeah, because I actually did do this properly, I did put compatibility so they can actually wear, like, actual items, because it bugs me that you can't. A bit of clipping is alright. Obviously, you tailor what you do to what you need, but... Also, I've never actually worn this, so I don't actually know which pattern this one is. Yeah, that's pretty awful. That's just a Vault-Tec item. There we go. I've heard that's good. I've heard that's actually quite good. Obviously, not my style, but I've heard it's good. Also, lest we forget, do I actually have like any normal or vanilla glasses I could wear to see show like the remodel? No, I don't. I'm also just going to check out the. Just put the shotgun out. Just to confirm to myself that it was actually fixed. Yep. It is definitely fixed. It used to break. It's that, you know, without being auto, it doesn't break. Obviously, proper sights. Actually has better sights, I think, than the vanilla one. Because it's got a proper sight like down the end. This is something about blapping off ammo. Obviously, scav rifle, I'm probably sure I've shown it before, but again, proper sights. Right-handed bolt because it's not a Fallout 4 weapon. I think it actually does fire faster in third person, weirdly. Obviously that doesn't count, but... Yeah, scav rifle's a nice little thing. So, and the 10mm, just might as well show that. There's a 10mm. I probably haven't picked it up. Backwater rifle's the same exact thing. Again, the sights on it are staggeringly bad. Because it's actually missing the sights, I think. That might be the backwater rifle's thing, that it lacks sights? I don't know. It does sort of sequence break a little outside. What's the other weapon? Oh yeah, the miniguns. The Avenger. Yeah, I removed the backpacks because I kind of hate them. Yeah, the Avenger it's got a small clip, but it fires ridiculously rapidly. Again, it's also got an ammo drum, so... And it's out of gas already. See, it's got an ammo pack on it. So, there's the Avenger. Eugene is just more powerful. But it still fires pretty quickly. Again, no backpack, because I kind of really hate the backpacks. I've always hated them. Oh yeah, I'll throw this frag mine out, just... show it off. You know, Fallout 3 style frag mines, because why not? Don't think I've picked up anything else, did I? I haven't picked up a BB gun. No, I didn't pick up it. Also, really one of the most pointless weapons you can have, the plasma sniper rifle. I mean, it's actually... What it is a... It never works as a sniper rifle because, well... I'm going to point at the top branch of this tree. I'm going to use this god-awful sight. But that travel time... It doesn't actually travel particularly straight. Which makes it a poor choice for a sniper rifle. And it's also... But it is more of a battle rifle. Again, I do not like this type of scope because it has no real accuracy. I don't like those crosshairs, but that's just its own. Anything else I have? Oh, I actually got one. Staggering lever action. Just seeing what else I've got. Just might as well show off weapons. Rapid Western. Hardly rapid, is it? The funny thing is, there was clearly an idea in Fallout 4 to give the 4.4 revolvers, basically these big hand cannons, to give them a fan and hammer animation. It exists in the game, it's just not implemented anywhere. Out of curiosity, how many crank is it? 2 crank, which is just farty. Now, the question is this automatic? Yeah. We're a really, really small clip, so... Just out of curiosity. Automatic radium rifle. Again, kind of eats... Like, the sights on this are just effectively non-existent. Like, it's got sights, it's just some idiots decided to put a capacitor between them. You know, the radium rifles are a weird one. Now, obviously, you've seen my normal... Actually, no one's seen Azura's. Nice little battle rifle. You know, it's just a nice little battle rifle. I do like... There's quite a lot of kick. And for strange Bayonetta. And of course, the little 3-2 pistol, which now I actually have ammo for it. Obviously, I silenced it because it's like a stealth pistol. It's a bit farty, but, you know, I buffed it to actually useful. It's not powerful, but it's powerful enough that you can actually try and use... You know, it's a revolver, so it hits hard, and 3-2 is not actually as small around as you'd think. If it's been used in a hunting rifle, it's a decent little rifle. And, that's the shotgun, just because why not? That's the sniper rifle I barely use. Let's just see how quickly I can spam out around with this. Look at that kick. And I'm out of ammo. That is the beauty of full auto weapons. There's something about just burning off ammo that's actually quite... You know, when you have no intent to save it, it becomes quite funny. I think that's pretty much everything I've got. Oh no, I've got a handmade revolver, because... Which has a decent fire rate. Again, I think it's slightly faster, and... Again, it's another little weapon that adds, I think, to the things, and just helps the drudgery of pipe weapons. Even though it fills roughly the same purpose, it just adds a little bit of variety to it. And of course, I've actually... The Point Lookout does include this mod, or a stripped down version of it. So it doesn't have this skin, it doesn't have the... You know, it doesn't have the full range of mods, so what I've done is just disabled them and just put these in their place. But that is the end of that. There. Anyway. How does I drop the... I was trying to equip the grenade. I somehow managed to unequip it, equip it, and drop it. That's impressive. I brought it on to Zil. Anyway, that's the end of the stream. Thank you for watching. Subscribe or donate if you want. Donation links in the description, as per the usual, as the list of all past streams, both short and human, because there was a human ones before, because obviously this is a rerun of Fallout 4. Partly because I just wanted to do Point Lookout, and partly because I really wanted to just do short. Good. Bye. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.